Howdy, Broncos country. Mace here to talk about three big things for the Broncos headed into Sunday's season opener against the Tennessee Titans. Big thing number one, no Malcolm Roach, not just for this game, but for the next 4 weeks. The Broncos placed him on injured reserve Saturday with that grade 2 calf strain that he suffered in Thursday's practice. So that means more work, of course, for some of the younger defensive linemen. The Broncos, they kept 7 defensive linemen on the 53-player roster going into the season, which meant they kept Jordan Jackson and Savion Jones and Eni Iwazurike. We'll see how many of their defensive linemen are active. They might go with 6 defensive linemen for this game anyway if they're expecting the Titans to go run heavy to protect rookie quarterback Cam Ward. Usually you go with 5 defensive linemen when you're a 3-4 team. Some games last year, the Broncos did go with 6. Maybe this will be one of those games for the Broncos, perhaps doing that. But they do have the depth, so you hate losing Malcolm Roach, but with the players the Broncos have and the strong camps they got from Jones, Iwazurike, and Jackson, that is one position group where the Broncos seem to be able to withstand an injury. Big thing number 2, Cam Ward coming into Denver for his regular season debut, the number 1 overall pick, set to go. Any doubt about him starting this game went away when Will Levis was lost for the season before the start of training camp. So the Broncos have been able to lock in and plan on Cam Ward playing this game for a while. Not much preseason film, obviously, so Sean Payton talked earlier this week about diving back into Cam Ward's Miami tape. Now, the record for rookie quarterbacks starting in week 1, especially on the road, it's not great. You saw last year what happened with the Broncos with Bo Nix starting their opener at Seattle. He didn't play well. He struggled, had those typical rookie bumps, and the Broncos lost. Take a look at these numbers. 8-23 for teams starting rookie quarterbacks in week 1 on the road. Regardless of venue, number 1 overall picks starting in week 1 for their teams, those teams are 4-15-1 in the common draft era. And on the road, teams starting number 1 overall picks at quarterback in the common draft era, 1-9. The only win coming for the Broncos back in 1983 with John Elway at quarterback. And John Elway got benched in that game in favor of Steve DeBerg. The Broncos won that game at Pittsburgh. But that's the past. This is the present. This is about Cam Ward. And Vance Joseph is impressed with what he sees.
Yeah, he's super talented. He's the first pick of the draft for a reason. You know, when you watch the guy play, you see a guy with special arm talent. He's got this unique poise about him for a young guy, man. He's trying to make big plays, and I think that's part of, some young quarterbacks try not to mess it up. He's trying to make a big play, and that makes him dangerous. That makes him ultra dangerous, man. And he's trying to put a dagger in you every single down, And he can really moving left, moving right. He can throw the ball 60, 70 yards in the air. So it only takes one play for him to, make a big play. So how we rush this guy, how we contain him, stopping the run and trying to make him one-dimensional is going to be key, and putting some pressure on him. But if he has free access, he's going to hit him. If they open 7 times, it's going to be 7 for 7. So we have to get on the bodies of these receivers and challenge the throws. Most rookies, you think, well, let's play zone and make him work through layers of coverage. Not this guy. He's going to fit it in there. So it's definitely having the right plan for this guy because he's talented.
Big thing number 3, a Broncos rookie to watch in this game beyond, of course, R.J. Harvey and Jahdae Barron, and R.J. Harvey's probably going to be really involved in the running game, is Jeremy Crawshaw, the rookie punter who had a pretty frustrating preseason, at least in terms of the games. He talked about some of the things he's worked on to try to correct what went wrong in the preseason.
Yeah, it can be down to multiple different factors, and maybe warming up on the sideline a little different, and we've made some fixes with our form over this last week, and we feel really strong. I know Coach Payton's been throwing in those surprise punts, which have been really helpful as well. So we're feeling good for this first game.
We'll see if it gets the results that he and the Broncos hope for on Sunday. Certainly, the Broncos and all of y'all in Broncos country want to see some of those missiles that we've seen in practice if he has to punt. I think ideally, I'm sure you'd like to see the Broncos not punt at all, but it doesn't always work that way, of course. So, big game to start the season. Finally, we stop gassing about it and get to see the Broncos actually play a game. I'll have all of it covered at denversports.com and, of course, on the social channels. So look for that as well in the coming days. So that's it. Time to play this game. Put toe to leather on Sunday afternoon. Until next time, take care, and thanks for watching.